Computer. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Correct My Swing, Andy and Josh chats. So the reason we're going to put this one and the whole point of this chat is regarding about in-season, off-season fitness. And one of the reasons why we've chosen to talk about this is because, you know, as you know, we've created a golf product, a golf fitness product, and, you know, we've had lots of conversations with golf coaches and players over the last 3 to 4 months. And they're always, okay, cool, we'll start this in the off season, or can we start it now, or can we not? It's been one of those things about, you know, I think there's, and especially this year because the season's been all over the place, and we're back playing and the world.
Yeah, some people are back doing competitions. Obviously, at the elite level, they are on the PGA Tour, but like European Tour isn't quite back yet. Recreational golfers, some clubs are running competitions, but it also seems that some clubs are still not quite like fully running with comps or just kind of trialing it. So yeah, it's all still very much up in the air, isn't it?
It is, Josh, and I think, but fitness in general in the golf industry, if I understand it right, and please feel free to correct me, is that, you know, there seems a almost traditional way of, in season, we just play golf, right? We just, that's what we do. We just go to the range, we whack a load of balls, we go and compete, and that's what we do. And then, you know, things cut down, you know, we either play a bit of winter golf or we stop and we just go, that's what we do, our strength and conditioning and fitness. Okay.
Yeah, very, probably that's fairly accurate.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying, isn't it? That's a traditional thing. So, so there's a big point of, especially where we come from and what we do, in the sense of, you know, yes, we encourage doing some strength work. Yes, we encourage doing some work in the gym, but actually one of our passions of where we sit is stuff that you could be doing more, the activation stuff, the stuff that, in my opinion and your opinion, I'm jumping to your opinion.
No, 100%.
In a sense that, you know, we're about almost getting the body to be more efficient and more effective, and before we start doing the strength work. Now,
you get a bigger bang for buck. If you can actually do what you want to do, you can make your body move in the way it should move and control the patterns of movement that you want it to. One, you can actually use what you create already. So it's almost like it's not like a false negative, almost, that you think you're weak and you need to work on strength, when actually you produce sufficient power and speed, but you just can't actually harness it yet.
We hear that story far too much, don't we? That actually most people go, I can create loads of speed, I can create loads of power, I think I'm really, really strong, but they don't see the difference in their golf swing, or they don't see the difference in their scores. Well, surely that's something to tell you that actually speed and power isn't as important as being effective.
Yeah, it's not the be all and end all. It's just that you want to look at that one piece of the puzzle. You want to like really focus in on that, shine the spotlight on that side of it, and kind of think, oh, well, as long as I get stronger and faster, it will all be okay. Like my movement patterns will just take care of themselves because, well, I'm stronger now, so I must be moving better. Yeah. And certainly what we found, it just isn't the case.
Well, I think, again, in how we see the world, and, you know, we've been working together long enough, I think we see the world very, very similar. And I've always said I've never known that's a compliment or an insult to you, but
Phil's never differed, do they, so?
So one of the things is that I think that, you know, but I think one of the big things that we're passionate about, and what drove us to developing our, you know, our Correct My Swing products in the way we've done it, is the fact that, you know, we believe that actually, if you want to improve your golf, that 100% you need to be technically good. So you need to work with a good coach.
Yeah.
But after that, you need to be thinking about how your body moves in an effective and efficient way. And that should be, you know, we talked about on another podcast, another video that we did about, you know, driving with the brakes on. And again, let's reflect on that in the sense of, you know, we want you to be able to move effectively and efficiently as possible, because we know, and we've that's been highlighted in loads of studies, that actually you play better golf. Mm-hmm. So the more efficient your swing is, the better golf you play. We've seen that from amateurs who's got less efficient swing, you know, plays higher handicaps and actually creates more injuries, whereas somebody who's got a more efficient swing plays better golf, and brilliant. So the logic of what we're trying to say is there. Now, the better the golf you are, actually the more fine-tuned you need to be and the more efficient you need to be because you play more.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have got a slight bit of a coulter in your movement fault, you're going to be putting the stress through that place more and more and more and more and more, aren't you? Now, this now comes to what can we do during the season? And one of the things, and especially our backswing product, it's of a low threshold product, which means it's cognitive, it's mind-body, it's non-fatiguing. So we are encouraging people to effectively recruit muscles or activate muscles before and after they're playing rounds. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
To say?
Absolutely. I think that where this almost like obstacle, if you could call it that, or preconceived notion that people see the word fitness or the phrase golf fitness, so they think it has to be off season, it has to be winter, and obviously that's kind of the point we're coming from. It's golf fitness, but it's golf fitness as you wouldn't necessarily typically know it or see it. Is that the products that we've designed are there to support your performance year round and season, like during it in season as well as off season. Whereas like your typical fitness, as Andy said, it is usually seen as it's got to be in winter, because that golf fitness equals heavy lifting, equals big power development movements, equals lots of like damage to muscle tissues to allow them to then like repair, but that's what makes you stronger. But obviously that damage causes the soreness, which causes, well, probably time away, because you sorely need to recover. Whereas so the approach that we've taken with our products, that it's the activation of the muscles, like up-regulating the stabilizing muscles that can support your movement patterns, that allow you to harness the power that you've got. I'm sorry to jump in with that.
No, I think, but it's a really good point, because I think I think one of the issues that I think it's important to say is that there's, and the key factor is that, but I think it's important for people to understand, because where we are looking to sit in the market and where we're looking to talk about isn't about, we can very comfortably talk strength, power, throwing stuff and lifting heavy stuff, and we're both very comfortable with that because we've got that in our bag in our lockers. I think what we're very passionate about also is the bit that isn't being done well. And I think we must have talked about that every single time. We're on a seventh talk and we talk about this every single time. And I think we've always said, I'm going to keep talking to it. I know everyone's doing it, because that's how passionate I am. And I know you're the same about people doing activation stuff and spending more time activating the stabilizers. Now, the good thing with this is it can be done in season. This can be done, okay, some of the low threshold stuff you can do every single day, twice a day, 3 times a day, because that's how our physiology is designed to do. We can do activation stuff and we're not going to fatigue and we're going to recover, because the muscle physiology is designed that we can use these over and over again. I mean, postural stabilizers, things that do move us all the time. If we fatigued from just generally walking, we'd be knackered, wouldn't we? Right? Let's be honest. So the human body is pretty cool. It's pretty well designed. I think there's user error.
Good way of putting it on you.
So do you know what I mean? So we don't use the body as well as we should do, and we put it on unknown forces and errors. So there's user error in it, but actually its design is phenomenal, and I think what we're really, really passionate about is educating you guys as golfers that, look, if you take a little bit to understand what you could be doing, and you can be doing stability exercises, you can do it as part of a warm-up, for goodness sake. You could be doing this stuff, and you do it in every other sport. You
go play like Saturday Sunday league football. You spend 10, 15, 20 minutes having a jog around, warming up. I mean, and that's just like your Sunday league pub teams.
Well, I mean, and it's funny, isn't it, how, if you think about, an activation exercise, you can watch a Premier League football match now, and, I've taken my 7-year-old daughter to a game, and she was wondering why everyone was lying on the floor on the side doing a clam exercise. She's going, Dad, what are they doing? And I said, all right, they're activating their muscles ready because they know that by activating muscles, they're getting muscles prepared for the sport that they're going to have to play. And, football's a very side-to-side kind of based sport. So it makes sense for golfers that should be activating their, the rotation stabilizers of the shoulder, the thoracic spine, the lower spine, the foot, all those kind of things if they want to play better golf. Now, you can actually do that, 3-4 times a week as a maintenance program. Mm-hmm. And in the long term, that's going to change actually how you move. You're going to get less compensations and you're going to play better golf.
Ultimately, that's what you want, isn't it?
For most people, some people want to blame, I'm a bit stiff here, so that's why I've had a bit of a shocker today. Yeah. But the majority of people, the people want to play better golf. And I think that, there are so many things that people can do. We encourage it, that you can be doing in it. So one of the points that we wanted to make was that when it comes to golf fitness and to golf stability stuff, please don't see that your opportunity is to be doing this on the off season and using that as your excuse. And says
you don't need to wait.
You don't need to wait. These are things you've been doing now. And in fact, you can almost get a head start against your mates, or if you are a pro watching this and you want to make the extra step, if everyone is waiting until end of season for you to make gains, then that's fine. Let them do that. You can be one of those players that goes, do you know what? Listen, you can Google this. You can Google physiology and muscle physiology. It's been around since humans have been going. The physiology isn't going to change. So one of the things is that if you follow the rules of physiology and you do these exercises, one, you're going to be cognitively better. And let's be honest, golf is quite a cognitive sport, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you put in. So again, all you're going to do is get benefits from mind and body connection. If you did some high threshold stuff, so some resisted clam kind of style work, then again, you're just going to be getting better at controlling the power that you've probably already got. Yeah. Is that fair?
Absolutely fair. But then they say, in terms of like the head start stuff, that if you were to spend the next 3 months doing something now to improve the quality of the movement, to improve the connection between the stabilizers and the mobilizers, that when you came to do your big heavy compound strength work, your time under tension stuff, your power development that's going to give you more force through the floor, and there's all sorts of studies. Like, we don't need to do studies on things like that because it's almost that's exhausted now. That's already out there. That the more you squat, the higher you jump, the higher club head speed. Yeah, brilliant. But if you've not got the little muscles that help steer it and utilize it, then you bash your head against a brick wall. That yes, that's going up, but your scores won't be coming down, or your consistency of your ball flight's not going anywhere. So if you were to spend some time now during what is the end, it's not the end of the season, but for what's left of it, for different players and different levels of golf, there's nowhere near as much as a competitive season as there should be. So you're going to get an extended off season this time, which is a great opportunity, but you can spend some time now developing it, which will give you one, instant benefit to your golf, but two, it gives you a head start that if you do want to go into a gym and start working on the strength stuff, like, we're not saying don't do that, but take care of this stuff first. Get this done, dusted, get the habits formed, get it as part of your routine. Then when you come to do that, you actually are going to get the full benefit of all the bloody hard work that you're going to put in the gym, because it's tough. Like, flogging yourself under heavy barbells and doing jumps and power and speed, it's not easy. So why waste all that and potentially get the benefit, to get the gains but not see the benefits?
But it's like almost, and I guess where I come from with this is the sense that, you wouldn't, the strength bit that everyone does, that's almost like going on to a round with just your long irons and a driver, isn't it? You've only taken half a bag on, whereas
it's only one side of it.
At the end of the day, if you bring to the party mind, muscle, good strength stabilizer stuff and good power, then that's the putter or your wedges or your irons.
It's your full package, then, isn't it?
And that's what we're actively encouraging. You know, one of the reasons why we had to do this and why we had to do it now was because people aren't starting soon enough. And what we're trying to say is, look, yeah, we're biased. We've got our own products out, but it's all based on science. It's all based on what we found. And it's all based on the passion for us to really genuinely create better golfers. That's what we're about. That's the whole purpose of us doing this kind of things, is that we generally really want to help people play better golf, because unfortunately we spend too much time listening to frustrated golfers, and we just go, well, why don't you just do this? And they go, oh, never knew about that. So the whole idea for us was the fact of, well, look, we've now got a medium where we can be sharing what we would do on a one-to-one basis with as many people as possible. And that's what we're about. That's the message we're going to keep firing out. Please feel free to reach out to us. Help me at correctmyswing.com. Please feel free to message us on our social media platforms. We'd love to hear from you. We really, really do. So please feel free, ask us your questions, challenge us. If there's something that you believe or believe in, we're comfortable with that, you know, and we'll have those discussions, and it would be great to have. So please feel free. Please check us out. correctmyswing.com. Have a look what we're about. And again, any questions, then, you know, feel free to reach out.